Vegito! Let me show you how far more can go.
Yo, it's Vergil, and in this one, I'm going to be reacting to your guys' best Dragon Ball Legends hot takes. I made a post over on X to let me know what your takes would be, and we got about 200 or so responses on this post. It's not something I do incredibly frequently, but every so often, I make a post like this, so make sure to go follow me on my X page just in case I do another reaction type video, and you could potentially be featured on that. But I'm going to be giving you guys a quick reaction to all of these. I'm going to try to get to every single person here, so if I miss you, I do apologize, but I shouldn't miss anybody there. But make sure to drop a like in the video. Let me know if you guys want to see more reaction type content from me, and let's hope some of these are good. I'm going to give you guys just my honest and quick opinion here. So we have Libra being the first hot take, and I'm don't think this is one. Turles, the Saiyan, a rogue so grand, rocking black-red armor, he rules the land. With power unmatched, he's a cosmic sight, taking on Z-fighters day or night. The tree of might, his brilliant play, fruit so sacred he sees the day. A mastermind with a smirk so sly, he's the king of cool, none deny. A pirate bold with strength to spare, Turles reigns supreme beyond compare. A legend born, his tales a thrill. The galactic goat, he's got the will. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, bro. Yes, I completely agree with that. Honestly, that was cold, bro. Okay, 4Q is Daima. 4Q is Daima team carried. Why is Dracula moving like that, bro? Iconic clip 1, 2. I do believe that he is team carried, but it's more or less, if you guys peep the latest newsletter update, it's kind of the new format they're doing with the character system, how they're going to make units release rather than being so incredibly broken individually. They're going to complement the teams that they're meant to be on a lot more. So I do think they're moving, although they've already, you know, done that. There's been a lot of team setups in the game that just thrive together, being surrounded the tags that they're supposed to be on. That is basically what this is. So yes, 4Q is insane on Daima. He's still a solid unit on any other team, but on Daima specifically, I think his team complements him very well. That is, I don't think that's a hot team carried. I guess that's what makes it the hot take, though. Like, he's trying to say that 4Q's made otherwise. I don't know if I'd agree. Let me know if you guys would agree with that in the comment section, though. Okay, so the third here, we have Q is far better than 4Q.
You serious?
I completely disagree. Without 4Q, Daima wouldn't exist. It wouldn't be even close to what the tag is like. I'm sure he's just joking, but because Q is a toxic character, so Paralyze, Faints, the debuffs, the Vanish Restore, you know, it's pretty toxic, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm sure a lot of people are mauling facing him in the PvPs, including myself, because I do like to actually run fodder characters for fun, and it's making it a lot more difficult when you literally can't move in the meta. So any paralyzed meta relevant character is a little bit of a nuisance, but 4Q is too much of a utility core, and realistically he's just not better than 4Q. So gimmick character against you know, top utility character. I do think Q is great because he is on Daima. So I have Q highly rated because of how good Daima is, and Daima wouldn't be so good without 4Q. So purple ultimate Gohan still top 10. That's insane. That is literally insane. Are we in 2024? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with this one, to be completely honest. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with this one. Vara, I'm gonna have to be honest, might disagree with this clip. To be completely, this might be chat AI generated, not chat GBT like Libris, but this might be AI generated. I can't even lie. UMV top 3? Top 3? Bro, like these, is this a real take? Is that what people, like, UMV still in the top 3? In the top 10, I can understand it, but in a top 3 position's insane. I would have to disagree with this hot take. So we got Rody here, 2K. The game is one of the best states it's ever been in, with so many good teams. Best state it's ever been in? That's a hot take. Oh my lord. Disagree.
We do not care.
This 2.7 update has been probably one of the worst updates they ever released. Nerfing movements crazy. The actual game is in like a chaotic server glitchy mess with like how slow it's moving.
We do not care.
It's not even I've done this spiel like a billion times, but yeah, the game is moving in critical condition right now. So the actual massive update couldn't come any sooner. But if you're referring to the meta, not the game, because he says the game is in one of the best states, the meta is really good. It has been really good for many months. I do think there's been points in time where you're having a really toxic combination like green, green, yellow, yellow, green, where it's like infinite combo. Can't really argue that it's in the best state, but this past entire year, I would argue that has been plenty of runnable tags and just returning tags. And there's just been so much going on in the meta that even now with a team like Daima just clearing majority of the comps, there's still about 10 teams that I could even consider immediately to run that would be viable. So I do agree with the meta being in a great state, but the game, PvP in general, might not be in the best. It's probably in the worst state it's actually ever been, due to like the lack of activity, the lack of actual content in the game, and the actual, like I said, servers are a big disincentivizing kind of experience. It's really not fun to play PvP when you can't move. Power creep is massively exaggerated since some of the new units are over a year old and still being able to be ran. Meta, fine. Like I said, completely agree with that. I do think if you're running units for many months ago, you can still get by quite a bit. I've had a run into like Majin Buu Saga, like basically anniversary of last year characters are still definitely usable. The recent battle system change was nothing but positive changes. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Auto gauges are overhated. I believe that too. I think auto gauges are overhated. It might just be like a skill thing, and obviously it's something you got to anticipate in games. You know, everything has a somewhat counter to it, and even if it doesn't at the time, there's play arounds to get bypass certain things. So I do believe auto gauges are overhated. I think these are a couple of hot takes. The recent battle system, don't agree with anything he said, but the auto gauges are overhated. So I should have given a hot take in the beginning of the video. Is I don't think people.
We do not care.
Giku got a fat. What? So Majin Kudu and LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku Daima is the best counter to LF Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Goku Ku setup. A hot take? I don't know. I mean, I guess purple does beat green, so like, is it really a hot take when it's like the same team, but you're running a purple instead of a green, and then the purple kind of counters the green? But it's like the same setup, but like I can't really argue it, so I don't think it's a hot take, but I would agree with you, but at the same time not I'm gonna let you cook though. Logan, we got I feel ultras shouldn't be so hard to get. I mean, summonings, excuse me. Needed to catch my breath there for a sec.
We do not care.
I feel like ultras shouldn't be so hard to get. I mean, sparkings are super easy to get. I feel like 4 or 5 sparkings every summon, so I should feel like there should be 1 ultra should be in a summon. I mean, hey man, I don't know if this is a hot take, but shit, sign me up, bro. Like, I wish it could be like that too, bro. I mean, it's a gacha game, so that's literally the reason the rates are just lower. I don't feel like, okay, so the take is I don't think ultras, I mean, it's the highest rarity character. I wish the rates for it was better, and I do think at this point we should have a pity system for ultras. So yes, I think the twist I'd say for this take is there should be a pity for ultras, bare minimum. Don't think they'd even consider changing the rates, considering the LF rates are so very close to what the ultra rates are. It's not like incredibly far off or anything, but it's like half of it. So yes, premium characters are just harder to get. It's the nature of the gacha, but there should be some sort of pity or exchange system to guarantee you an ultra if you do spend at a large quantity. I think that it's absurd that that doesn't exist already. So we got UMV and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan should be top 10 now. I think those two characters are in the arguable / honorable mentions. If you guys have been on any of my tier lists or any of my talks about where the list is, the general lower of the top 10, there's about a bajillion interchangeables in the similar tier, which is kind of why the last tier list I did was a tier list and not a top 10 ranking, because it gets very factorish. There's so many things you're considering when placing units on a top 10, including the meta, individuality, the team dynamics, the counters, the abilities, and stuff like that. So these two characters with insane individual kits, I still don't think they're worthy at this current moment to be in my 10. Right now with Daima ruling the game, I just think there's better options. And then the other teams I would consider is like Future, Androids, and I guess Saiyans are definitely there, but there's just too many units to list. And like I said, if you want to have them at the low top 10, I could maybe see UMV there. It's hard to still see Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in the definitive 10 position. I seen him gain lots of stonks like a little while ago, had him low 10, but right now it just wouldn't make any sense to have him 10. I think the gauge is extremely powerful, so there is an argument to be made and interchangeables to be made. So low 8 to 10 is fair, arguably. Realistically, they'll probably still be just a tad bit lower, like 15-ish range, which doesn't make that much of a difference. It's still all fair game at that point, as they both have auto counter gauges, which help them stop the Diamond team. Also, AoE green cards to start the combo. They have endurance, and they can both be in a team with Goku and Vegeta in a Saiyan Sun family. I do agree, man. They have a lot of stuff going for those characters, and that's why, hence, they still hold and will hold a lot of value. Gohan a year plus later, UMV many months later, holding immense value because of their taggings and their individually broken kits. But don't think just newer teams, newer boosted characters, setups, I think they just hold more value currently right now. Like even like a character like Du, I would have over these two units simply for the fact that you're running him on Daima specifically. Like Daima is a team that can easily clear out any team in the game, even if it is a via debuff or just like a supporting kind of role for the rest of the comp. It is doing more meta stuff than these guys that take a little bit more to do more. Blue Ultra Turles is underrated. I think he's properly rated, but I would agree that he's underrated. He's been underrated for some time, ever since he had that big like movies, I don't know how to explain it really, like Beast Gohan release, and then Beast Gohan got a Zenkai buffer, and then that yellow blue combination was crazy. Ultra Turles has been respected ever since his release, but at the current moment in time, I feel like he's not talked about enough when he is still one of the better aging Ultras, right? Like a comeback is one of the most insane mechanics right now. Having just a defensive character, even a blue character that to protect you from Ultra Cell. He complements a top unit like Beast Gohan. There's not a lot of variety around Turles in terms of team dynamic, but I think in general, Blue Turles is still aging very nice, very exquisitely. I would still argue him like a top 15 character, so that's really nice. Even a top 10 arguable easily right now. So I agree, disagree to some degree, because I feel like he's properly rated amongst most people. I've seen a couple people underrate him for sure though. For the next one here, we do have Dragon Ball Legends will most likely release the mini Daima characters as either Mega Risings or Legends Fest units. The only three characters that got enough screen time to import LFs, the Super Saiyan 3 Gokus, Vegeta, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. However, I do believe that the Legends Fest 2024 will be Daima based. I think all of them have the potential. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but they're all celebration worthy, whether it's the minis, the adults have already released obviously, but the mini 3s, the mini Goku 4, and for headliners or main premium characters, it's just the Goku and Vegeta, realistically. We got Goma as well. Goma. Everyone else is probably going to be like a 1%. So the Tamagamis, Piccolo, Shin, Arinzu, and whoever else they can potentially add, another Glorio and whatnot. Probably forgetting other characters. But yes, this is just a matter of time, and whenever they do want to release or feel the need to, depending on what other tags they want to buff throughout this year. Oh, dude, I'm running out of breath, man. I suck at breathing, man. That's why I don't do talking videos.
Patrick, air is not good. You're just being shy. Don't worry, buddy. You're doing fine. I won't let you blow this. What kind of place is this?
Which, with the addition of Blue Forku, this meta is probably about to be one of the worst and most boring in Legends. People are not feeling this timer count meta, man. You guys really think this is boring? I'm personally not perceiving it to be as boring because of the spontaneousness of the team, if that makes sense. So out of every timer count team, you got to remember this, that the game has a multitude of different timer count metas, and this is just one of them, right? Like, just a lot going on in a team to, you know, this team has the potential to make quick work of teams as well, but the actual rebound of the setup is what makes it spontaneous and which makes the matches longer. Not a lot of the other timer count meta teams had the spontaneousness to bounce back and clutch games or even like just end games quickly. So the diamond team is completely unpredictable. I would disagree that this is one of the most boring, but I could see why people would think that if you're not familiar with, you know, you don't have as much experience in the game, or you just didn't go through the other timer account matches or metas in the history of the game. So I can't agree for my own personal experience, but I can respect your opinion. Legends needs to upgrade his free-to-play shit, because sure, we have good free-to-play characters for a few months that become useless the next week, and don't get me started on the low amount of CC they give to free-to-play players. And this just goes to my early saying, man, people just care about, I can't blame you. The CC distribution has been at an all-time low recently. You know, they give it here and there, a couple months here and there, but the story doesn't get updated frequently. The events are lackluster to beyond belief. And as a PvP core player, I don't really care about PvE. I'm actually complaining and hoping we see more incentivized offline kind of content. So I do agree with that. I kind of agree, because I do agree with what you're saying, but it's not like the main issue at hold. I do respect your opinion though. This man is the most underrated ultra unit, if not the most underrated unit in general. Yes, I'm a fan of Barbar. This sounds very biased, and I'm honestly going to have to, most underrated might be a stretch. I think he's properly rated because the unit is really not that good. So, that's just my perception of it. Ultra Broly is a unit that exists with the platinum equipment. Like, he's not really making an entire insane meta impact or anything. I think dependent on a ranking kind of thing, maybe he sees more play, but in general, all in all, usable option unit, which sucks because Movies is still quite good with Beast Gohan, Turles, amongst other characters. God Goku's still a fantastic character. If you're thinking Ultra Broly doesn't have a team, he does. There's a lot of powerful opponent units running around, and there's a lot of units that have gotten platinum equipments that are more valuable than Broly. So most underrated, I would think he's properly rated, but maybe most would agree that he's underrated because people do like to glaze his characters. Let me get my breathing regulated. The breathing regulation locked in. Yeah, I just dusted this area, so it's kind of like fucked low-key. UMV wasn't that toxic at all. He was just as good as the other Ultras because he was a good Vegeta. People say he was more broken. Even like Fusion Super Vegeta was way more toxic. I disagree completely. I think UMV in his prime is a top 3 most toxic unit of all time. To this day, I mean, that's why people still claim him to be one of the best when I know that he is less effective than when he used to be. I do think UMV might be one of the most toxic units to ever release. I don't know if it's actually top 3 because we're 7 years in, but he's up there, man. Just the AoE green's obnoxious, the gauge protection's obnoxious, the lock-in snipe was way worse when it was more effective, and just like the field control, like this character is definitely a toxic unit. So, good Vegeta, I mean, that's exactly why people hated him, because he was a good Vegeta, but it doesn't mean that he wasn't toxic. I think he was easily a toxic character. So yeah, I disagree with the hot take. I think he's definitely toxic. And arguable right now, I would still place him very, very high, like in a top 10 realm. So people above me just started blasting music, so I apologize. I don't think you should be able to hear that, but I live in the hood, man. I live in the hood, so.
Bruh, you can clearly see I'm in the hood. I got respect upon these streets.
Yeah, God Goku, I would easily put him in the top 10 position. Anyone that doesn't have him in the top 10, just gonna be honest, doesn't know what they're talking about, because he's easily one of the best units in the game. The diamond team making almost every fight go to timer isn't fun. I've played these games before.
Play these games
if you haven't fought in a timer count meta, then you're not going to be having fun. I'm just going to be honest. This isn't really a hot take, but yeah, this, out of all the timer count metas, this isn't the worst one, I don't think. Ultra units have no more value since they get countered 1 month or 2 after the release. You're better off summoning a new Legends Limited banners who has 10 times value. Excuse me, out of the new, I don't know, because this doesn't per se go for every single Ultra character. Look at Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Arguable top 10 in over a year's time frame is insane. So it kind of debunks that to some degree. DB Legends is probably the most pay to win Dragon Ball game in the last decade. You're probably just bad at the game. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Hydro, Cell and Freezer are a good tag unit, but they came out in the most unfavorable meta for them. Now they're one of the best counters for Daima, especially for Super Saiyan 4 Goku's last man standing abilities. That's a good one. I haven't tested them, but I want to test them. I still think in general they don't provide and offer too much because it's like a one-hit wonder kind of nerf your team so they can play at a disadvantage for the entire match. But I don't know if it's a good trade for them being completely useless other than that ability. So they're not, I don't believe them to be good from my knowledge, but that ability specifically is very powerful, and I don't know if it can counter Daima, like to what you're saying, the degree. I'm sure it can definitely put them at a disadvantage, but interesting take. I can't disagree or agree with this, but I respect this take, and I honestly want to try them out at some point soon. Legends should have an actual ranked mode because rating matches has several problems. I agree. I think, you know, there's plenty of things that are wronged with rating match or ranked and even online in general outside of the things that I believe is wrong with rating matches. Lag, the inputs, the glitches, but you're talking about the actual system as a whole and the RP changes that have been implemented with like the you know, how they changed it to now you play more, you're able to kind of climb the ladder faster, etc. How proud is actually the main game mode. They should have a different balancing system, and they should update the RP system to more how it used to be. Top matches being more meaningful in points, and then lower ranked players being worse off in points, and then kind of, you know, have to gamble more points and stuff like that. Not a fan of the play more, earn the same amount no matter the player you're facing, because it just means that the ranked climb is playing more and less skill. Like, you have zero consistency, and it, you know, consistency matters more when you need to win important games, in my opinion. So it used to mean more higher ranking in PvP. Now, if you're decent enough and you just play forever, you can get a high ranking in PvP. So it's a WPvP rant spiel right there. Let me breathe some more. Is there a fuck ton left? Oh my god, there's so many! I mean, I might slow down. I might start to speed run these, so I apologize in advance. God Goku was never bad, and he got hate because Garesh said he was unearly. I mean, yes, I think there's a lot of units that have a bad taste in the community's mouth because Garesh has given types of opinions like these. Yes. Oh my god, I'm hot. Oh my god, I'm hot. Hopefully I didn't get this to dad it, Wally. My god. Don't put this in the video, please. It's so random. LF Merge Zamasu is new, extremely underrated. I completely agree with this. I think Zamasu is a fantastic character. Unfortunately, he had to drop a couple of slots because the best unit in the game is blue. So it's just natural. He's seeing less effectiveness right now. Is he actually bad? No, not even close. Unit's actually cracked. Got Whitney. Dude, I gotta like turn on my fan or some shit. Like, crazy.
I have to break your neck.
God Goku is a top 3-4 unit, is the best answer to Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I mean, green does be blue 1, 2. I don't think he's a 3-4 character. Can he be argued? I don't think he can be argued 3. I just think top 3 solidified right now with Grunks and Cell. Is top Goku arguable 5? I can see that. 5 character. 4 or 5, debatable. I think God Goku, I'm one of the biggest God Goku glazers since the even before the plat. I was, you know, a fan of the character, but it's just undeniable with his platinum equip release and you know, the way he exists in the meta. Is complete kit, like you're listing it here. Type advantage. He's got endurance. The buff cancellation is really good. He's immune to a ton of shit. The AoE green card's crazy. The type neutral abilities is crazy. The way he hits so damn hard is crazy. Did I say Vanish Restore already? Probably did, but big support on this take. So I don't know if this is a hot take or not. Apparently it is in the community. God Goku's easily a top character in the game. So a lot of these screenshots, people should let TVB go. There are multiple greens that are way better and give way more value than Vegito does. If it wasn't a Vegito, I bet no one would argue that. I would disagree with this take because it's not like he's a bad unit. Yes, there's a lot of competitions in the green avenue right now. Might be overglazed and might be overhated. So it's crazy. I think he's right in the middle of that. Tier lists have done irreplaceable damage to the average player mindset. There are some units that are considered top 15 who are as viable, if not better, than some lists that are units depending on the meta. New Super Saiyan 4 Goku isn't toxic. Do and Ku especially are. Okay. I don't know what part is hot. I do agree that tier list has done damage because people are just retards. Like, I'm sorry. People are just dumb. Tamagami 3 is a better fit in Diamond with Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta compared to Majin, Do, or Ku. I would disagree, but it's a fair argument to be made. I think he's a great option. I would argue that Ku and Do have more consistency than the Tamagami. It's arguable for sure, though, so it's a hot take that I can agree with. I will disagree with it personally because my preference does lie with Ku or Do. However, Tamagami 3 is pretty much there. The difference is minuscule. He's a great utility slash wall character while still able to be good damage dealer. Like, through Ku and Do are more toxic, but Tamagami helps start our ultimate. As you know, Super Saiyan 4 Goku might go for the ultimate, the gauge full, so Tamagami just, I think he's a great option that you can compare to Ku or Do. Like, they're in the same realm genre. I just think Ku and Do are more consistent and do more for the team as a whole, right? Like, these debuffs are very present in the game. The utility might be a bit more present. I think Do having endurance is more present. The utility also might be, but you can't deny that Tamagami is still right there alongside them as one of the best Daima options. I hate the game with the greatest amount of passion, despite the fact that I still have to come back and play. If the 4 GB RAM ruins my chances of playing, I'm still uninstalling because it's just... I still come back to play. If the 4 GB RAM ruins my chances of playing, I'm still uninstalling because it just shows me how little... I just don't understand it. My brain is... I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I'm sorry, though. Logan, a small bean. I apologize, brother. Slump. I feel like Ultra characters should be more one-off characters rather than different versions of Goku and Vegeta infusions like Gohan. Need more variety like Ultra Cool, Angel, Ultra 13, Ultra Bojack, Ultra Turtles is probably my favorite Ultra job. Yes, I think Legends does do this quite a bit. You just got to remember what most people will summon for and or care about, right? Because the game is all about money and hype, and most of these characters that you care about, like say like just these oddball Ultra Bojack, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care much about Bojack, but some people would be extremely hype over Bojack. So these will be like, you know, different style or timing releases that will definitely, you know, drop, but they won't be as consistent as the main cast or like hype transformations of the main cast and the fusions and stuff. Uninstall app. I mean, you might. Honestly, this guy, you guys know, he might need to uninstall the app, bro, for reasons obvious. Like, my brother, you need to get good, fam. Respect to you, much love to you, but you gotta do better. You gotta do better. Super Saiyan 3 is actually better than Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He's not. Goku makes the team, Vegeta does not make the team. Lanya. Super Saiyan 4 Goku provides nothing if he's not ran with Ku. If Ku dies, he just can't stop combos. He has no Ku specifically? What? No double card draw speed, no cancel buff. I just use someone's ultimate. Either his indestructible is gone or someone is dead and then he's just a liability. Barely top 10 in my opinion. Family! She got these maxed out comps. What the fuck? All done, chat? She got these 14 stars too. Easily the best.
The fuck? Barely top 10? Wallahi?
Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi.
Bro, this has got to be on some like BR30, bro. Like, barely top 10? Yo, no offense, Lanya. Much love to you, family. This is a crazy hot take, fam. I have to disagree respectfully. So, like, it's just one of those things. Without Goku, provides nothing if he's not ran with Goo. In my opinion, he still provides his cancel buff effect. If you're still running him on Daima, he's still going to provide what he provides. But if you're saying if you don't have Goku on a Daima team, then yes, his stocks lower quite a bit. I would still have him in the top 10 easily, but yes, he's going to see full power on a Daima comp. Outside of the Daima comp, you arguably like probably not even, he's like around the 5-ish, 6 range, something like that, I can respectfully say. But out of top 10, family, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know about DBL hot takes, but you're hot as fuck. Yo, thank you. Ah! One of the funniest duos we've ever had in the DBL community. Do we and should we bring back this era, bro? Do we need this collab in 2020-25? The game peaked during 5th anniversary. It did. It did. There was like a prime during 5th Annie. Don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I do believe it peaked, and it doesn't mean it can't peak again. I believe that in life and anything, it doesn't have to end past the peak. There can, you know, it could peak, rock bottom, and then all-time highs, baby. We're back. Stonks are up. Dragon Ball Legends 2020, 2021, 2025. All the way up. It's not the size that matters, it's how you use it. DBL streamers should twerk every time they lose on cam, and maybe with oil. I know that's kind of a cold take, but we'd all agree that what, bro? We're talking about in the game, bro. What are these guys talking about? Gohan and Trunks are one of the most toxic in the game. No, easily not. That doesn't make any sense. They should have made something to punish people who go full range strikes or simply throw cards at random. They just get better. It's so annoying when people win just by clicking cards and then knowing. I mean, it happens more now with this update and at a mid-range level. If you see someone going from long range and you get caught, it's just tech, bro. Like, you didn't move out of the way because you didn't think they were going to do it. But I do agree, unpredictability is one of the strongest abilities in the game. And yes, people that do just click cards are getting away with that new mechanic or the new system now. So unknowing they have full gauge, they hate you because you try to bait them without vanishing. Ultra Beast is mid. No. Ultra Super Gogeta has better animation than Ultra Rathan. No, I don't agree. Majin Buu Saga needs more buffs. No, not at the moment. They got OD and buffs. I got through everybody, bro. This video is an hour and 30 minutes long. It's going to be cut up. I wasn't going to send this to you, Wally. And now you got those funny little clips of me just fucking suffering throughout the video and like tweaking out and shit. So, love. Yo, if you guys enjoy this style of video, let me know. I'm locked in with my boy Wally right now. Wally the Robot from Disney Pixar's. And we're cooking up, bro. We're cooking up a storm, dude. If you guys want to be involved in these kind of videos, make sure to follow me on Twitter. Also, I respect everyone's opinions in this video, so no bullshit. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Stay frosty, and I'm gone.
Up all night, she wanna wait on me.